What's good, Commanders fans, and happy hump day. Just want to give you guys a quick update on Jayden Daniels. I don't think anything is really going to happen like that tomorrow, so I may not make a video tomorrow. We'll see if there's really no news or anything like that, any workouts. I highly doubt we sign anybody. There's not going to be any major updates. There may not. We'll see. We'll see. If Jayden's like a full participant in practice on Thursday, that's something to definitely talk about. And then also if Terry's like limited or a full part, I highly doubt he's going to be a full participant. But if he is limited, at least that is good news. Same thing with Noah Brown, John Bates, and some of the other guys. They did come out with the first official injury report. What I will say too is that AJ Terrell for the Falcons did not participate in practice at all. He was a DNP, and that is really big news. Like I said, I don't wish any injuries. I don't wish anybody to be out. But AJ Terrell last year, he had a good game against us. He had a good game against Terry McLaurin. There were times where Terry McLaurin has definitely cooked AJ Terrell throughout his career. So it's not like AJ Terrell just has locked up Terry all the time. But AJ Terrell, if he does not play, that's a pretty strong difference in their defense. They do have D. Alford, but he's just not as good. I think his name is D. Alford, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. Yeah, D. Alford is the other corner for the Falcons. He's about 27 years old. But AJ Terrell is their CB1 for sure. And if he's out, that makes a difference. Other people on their side, Jamal Agnew was limited. Nate Carter, most guys on who are on the injury report are not really game changers. Kyle Pitts was limited with a toe injury, but he's going to play. James Pierce, their rookie from Tennessee, groin injury limited, but he's going to play as well. Now, our injury report has a long list, and I know some of it is the rest guys, the unction, the old guys, the elderly guys that I don't really care about the age. They could be 40 because they're still balling. Like Noyak Zach still balling. Von Miller had a sack. Deron Payne is not old. He had rest. Laramie Tunzel, who's getting up there a little bit, but he's not old either. He's like 31. He did not participate with rest. Trey Amos was limited with a calf injury. Jayden Daniels, the main attraction with the knee injury, was limited. Colson Yankov, ankle injury, full participant. John Bates did not participate. I don't feel like he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play again. Noah Brown, groin knee injury, did not participate. I don't think he's going to play either. And that's just been the tail of the tape with Noah Brown for the most part. So I wouldn't bet on him playing. Percy Butler, hip, did not participate. That's why I'm concerned. And this is why I brought up CJGJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Now, look, I'm not banging on the table for them to bring Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I get it. We're not going to sign him because he's not a culture guy. There's just been way too many red flags that I talked about in my previous video for them to bring him here. But I'm just saying, like, Percy Butler, Will Harris on IR. You're going to have to bring up Robert McDaniel from Jackson State on the practice squad. You don't really have a choice at this point. And I think Jeremy Reeves may start because they don't like to bring guys in just like Preston Smith. They had Javonte and John Baptiste start. So I think what they're going to do, they have Quan Martin, of course, as your normal starter. And then Jeremy Reeves will be starting next to Quan Martin. Now, Jeremy Reeves has started before he started next to Cameron Curl. I know that was like 4 or 5 years ago now. But Jeremy Reeves has started games in the past, and he has put up solid showings in very important games. So, I'm not concerned if Jeremy Reeves starts. I think Jeremy Reeves can definitely be come in and play really, really well on Sunday against the Falcons. So that's the injury report for us. But I do want to talk. I want to talk about Jayden Daniels, and I want to talk about Terry a little bit more. And some more news that came out about those guys. So before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Sleeper.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code Oliver. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Shout out once again to today's sponsor, Sleeper. Like I also said in my previous video, I'm looking at Zach Ertz, more receptions whenever they come out with that. If it's at like 3.5 receptions, they haven't come out with props a lot for this game. They came up with Bijan Robinson, more or less 80.5 rushing yards and anytime touchdown for Bijan. But I do want to see Zach Ertz if they put it at 4.5 receptions or 3.5. If they put it at 3.5, that's something I definitely want to take a look at for Zach Ertz for sure. All right. So for Jayden did this is very positive in my opinion. Some people don't think this matters at all, but Jayden Daniels did talk today, and I think if he was not going to play, I think he would not have went up to the podium and talked today and talked to the media. And they do have clips of him practicing. I probably will put at least one clip of him running around. He was running a route as well. He didn't do any cuts or anything. He didn't plant. But he looked a little spry. I will say that. Now, a lot of people, there's been a lot of mixed reviews on social media in the comments, but I do think he looked a little spry. I think he can move around a little bit. Now, once again, I would not force it. If they want to sit him out one more game, this game, and let him come back against the Chargers, or some people are saying maybe the Bears game, I would be fine if he sat out this game and see what happens with the Chargers. But once again, if he's fine, if he hits all the markers like Dan Quinn always says, then go ahead and play him. But I think Marcus can definitely handle this game, a revenge game against the Falcons, who just came off a 30-0 loss. And we can just run the ball like we did last game, Navy style academy type of running. We didn't do it like the Navy academy, but if we can just run the ball 150 to 200 yards rushing like we did last game and in the Giants game as well. The RPOs, Marcus just doing his patented put it right in Jeremy McNichols or C-Rod's chest or Bill's chest and then just fake it and run off and dip off for like 15 to 20 yards before he fumbled. And the other play where he didn't fumble, he had a nice run as well. So I think Marcus Mariota can definitely win this game, handle it. I think he can win this game by at least 10 points, the way he blew out, or we blew out the Raiders. But Jayden Daniels, he said, quote, "It's up to the doctors, not my decision." He said also that he feels good, which is good news as well. But you never want to always believe the players. The players will say one thing, and then doctors will say another. So you never know. John Comm asked Jayden Daniels if he's been able to run/cut. He said, and then Jayden said, quote, "Enough to feel good. I play Sunday." So Jayden feels like he can play Sunday. Once again, this is coming from a player, and they would not allow him to go up there and say this stuff if they didn't feel confident in his chances to play. So that's why I think, once again, that them allowing him to speak to the media, I think because they're very smart with their stuff, man. They don't like to reveal or disclose any injuries and stuff like that. So I think there's a strong chance that he does play. He also said that he's never played with a knee brace before. He was wearing a knee brace today. Also, they asked. This is the same thing from Nikki Javala here, or Javala. And that's really it from Jayden. But like I said, I'll put up one clip, and I thought he looked pretty good. You can't really tell much from it, but he still looked more athletic than majority of the quarterbacks, even 75%. Even with a gimpy knee, he looks 75%. He does have, like, I'm not going to say a swag walk to him, but it was kind of like, some people said a penguin walk, like he was walking like a penguin. Of course, he has his Kobe shoes, the green and the pink one. But we'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't force it. I think, once again, Marcus Mariota can go out there and win this game. I really do. I really believe that for sure. All right, Dan Quinn also said Sam Cosmi has really put in the work, and the team is aiming towards opening his return to play window next week. So we'll see what happens with that. That would be great to have him at right guard next to Josh Connolly, then Biotis at center, and then a left guard would be Chris Paul, left tackle would be Laramie Tunsil. Your backup or inactive would be Brandon Coleman. Allegretti would be your backup, and then Michael Dieter would be your backup. George Fant would be your backup tackle. Andrew Wiley would be your starter. Andrew Wiley starting the right guard. Andrew Wiley would be going back to being a backup. He would be the backup to Sam Cosmi. George Fant would be your backup to Josh Connolly. And then Michael Dieter would be your backup to Tyler Biotic. And then Allegretti would be your backup to Chris Paul. And then who else? Trent Scott would be your backup left tackle, I guess. And then Brandon Coleman would be inactive in street clothes, which is crazy to say. But Terry, all right, so this is not looking good. It's not sounding good. So he went to meet with a doctor called William C. Myers. William C. Myers, if you look at his bio, he's dedicated more than 25 years to pioneering the diagnosis, treatment, rehabilitation, and prevention of core muscle injuries, also known as athletic pubalgia or sports hernia. He founded the Vincere Institute in 2013. So this is a big name guy, big name doctor, known around the sports world for sure. He also treated patients with abdominal or groin injuries stemmed from his unique experience in the 1980s with the U.S. national soccer team as well, the Dolphins, and various Olympic athletes as well. So he's done variants of surgical repair for core muscle injuries and the relationship to the ball and socket, hip, and joint as well. He's evaluated more than 15,000 patients, including pro football person, NFL, every sport basically. So some people are thinking that Terry may have a sports hernia. I don't really know much about this stuff, so I can't speak on it. I know sports hernia, they say that you would be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a sports hernia. So if he does have a sports hernia, man, we got to sign a receiver, man. We got to sign another receiver, or other guys got to step up. You know, Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey, Ja'Cory Brooks probably has to be brought up. Chris Moore, guys like that. It's gonna be tough, man. But I do think they may have to sign somebody from the outside if Terry's gonna be out for an extended period of time. Of course, you know, if you want to debate whether him not playing in preseason or training camp correlates, maybe it doesn't. It was just a fluke injury when he got tackled on that almost touchdown on the 1 yard line. Another shoestring tackle was a fluke. And then the crazy thing is he ran over and grabbed the football for Luke McCaffrey when he got the touchdown. You know, that is the interesting part about it. I guess it was just the adrenaline and whatnot, but you know, he did grab the football for Luke McCaffrey after he scored that touchdown. So it's tough news, especially after he gets the contract. He's never missed a game, like he said in the Eastern Motors press conference, where he was holding out and upset about not getting his money or not getting paid. And then now, of course, he's going to miss a game. So he has not missed a game, I think, since 2020. I think. Let me look it up real quick. But like he said, when he was arguing for himself, he was like, "I'm very durable. I haven't missed a game," and then he gets paid, and now he's gonna miss a game or two, or even more, which is the crazy thing about it. So he did not participate in practice today, and of course, Dan Quinn did not disclose much information about the injury as well. So yeah, Terry has not missed a game since 2020, and even in the 2020 season, he played in 15 out of 16 games that year too. So he has been very, very durable over the last 4 seasons. And like he said before, he didn't play a lot at Ohio State, you know, so he doesn't have a lot of much traction either there. So tough news here. Once again, it's a lot of speculation. We don't have anything definitive coming out yet. And of course, they're not going to put him on. They have not put him on injured reserve if they felt it was something like that. But he's got multiple opinions. Dan Quinn said it's not uncommon, but you know, at the same time, when you get multiple opinions and you go to this famous doctor, it's not looking too great either. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Health Commanders, peace.